Magandang buhay, Leontians! Welcome on today's episode of MATHtuto with Teacher Jacq. Ihanda natin ang ating tenga, ang ating isip at ang ating puso at sabay-sabay tayong MATHtuto. For today, I'll be discussing about rules for sequences and differentiating expression from equation. Our lesson objectives are: first, formulates the rule in finding the nth term using different strategies such as looking for a pattern, guessing and checking, and working backwards. Example, 4, 7, 13, 16, and so on. The nth term is 3n plus 1. Our second objective, differentiates expression from equation. First and foremost, let us study the different terms that later on you will encounter on our discussion. The first one is sequence. It is a set of objects, usually numbers, written in a special order by the application of a definite rule. Each number in a sequence is called a term. Pattern. It is a repeated arrangement of numbers, shapes, colors, letters, and so on. An algebraic expression is a mathematical phrase that uses variables, numerals, and operation symbols. We have variable. A variable is any letter or symbol that represents a number. Example, A, B, C, D, etc. The next one is constant. A constant has a fixed value that does not change. Example, 1, 2, -4, -11, pi, etc. The next one is numerical equation. It is an equation with numbers and related variables. An algebraic equation is a mathematical sentence with an equal sign, which shows that two expressions on either side are equal. For our objective number 1, let us discuss about rules for sequences. Examples. Number 1, numbers. What is the next number in the sequence 2, 4, 6, and so on? Notice the next number will be obtained by adding 2 to the previous number. Okay? So, halimbawa, itong una nating number ay 2, and then para makuha natin yung kasunod, mag-a-add tayo lagi ng 2 dun sa number na nasa unahan niya. Okay, let's do it. So, dito tayo. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So, ito yon. Next, para makuha natin si 6, mag-a-add ulit tayo ng 2 kay 4. So, 4 plus 2 equals 6. So, para makuha natin yung sa fourth term, mag-a-add tayo ng 2 kay 6. So, 6 plus 2 equals 8. Then, para makuha natin yung pang fifth term, mag-a-add tayo ng 2 kay 8. So, it means 8 plus 2 equals 10. So, ganun lang lagi. Nag-a-add ka lang ng 2 para makakuha mo yung kasunod na term. Let's have our second example of sequence. So, our second example is figure or figures. What is the next figure in? So, ito yung ating figure. Okay, observe that the figure is rotating clockwise. So, titignan natin yung figure natin, umiikot siya clockwise. No? Nung una, yung shaded black niya, nasa upper part, and then nag-rotate siya, napunta sa right. And then, umikot ulit, napunta naman sa lower part. Okay, so ano ngayon yung next figure? So therefore, the next figure is, yes, mapupunta ngayon yung shaded part sa left side. Let's have our third example of sequence. So this time, ang gagamitin natin ay letters. What are the next two letters in A, B, G, J, and so on? Notice that the letters in the sequence consist of every third letter of the alphabet. So let's have the alphabet. A, so ito yon. Sabi niya, every third letter of the alphabet. Let us check. A, and then 1, 2, 3. So, kaya letter D. Next, 1, 2, 3, letter G. Next, 1, 2, 3, letter J. So, kunin ngayon natin yung next two letters. 1, 2, 3. So, after ni J, letter M, and then 1, 2, 3, letter P. So, therefore, yung next two letters sa ating sequence ay M and P. So, let's have our example number 1. Okay, by following a certain pattern, the following sequences show the rules in the next term or terms. Let's have our first example. 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on. So, yan yung ating sequence. Ang tawag dito ay sequence. At ang bawat isa, ang tawag ay, for example, this one, ito yung first term. Ito yung second term, third term, fourth term. Then yung sumunod pa. Okay, so every term after the first is obtained by adding 3 to the number preceding it. Okay, so 0 plus 3 equals 3. Okay, so mag-a-add ulit tayo ng 3 para makuha natin si 6. So 3 plus 3 equals 6. Then mag-a-add tayo ng 3 kay 6. 6 plus 3 equals 9. Then mag-add tayo ng 3 kay 9. 9 plus 3 equals 12. Or, multiples of 3. So, 3 times 1 equals 3. Then, 3 times 2 equals 6. 3 times 3 equals 9. And 3 times 4 equals 12. So, the nth term rule in this sequence is 3n. The next two terms are 15 and 18. So, dito sa 12, para makuha natin yung next term, mag-a-add tayo ng 3 kay 12. So, 12 plus 3 equals 15. Para makuha natin yung next term, mag-a-add tayo ng 3 kay 15. So, 15 plus 3 equals 18. So, ang ating sequence ay 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and so on. Let's have our second example, letter B. We have this sequence 1, 4, 9, 16, and so on. So, multiply the counting numbers by itself or squaring counting numbers. So, alin ba yung counting numbers? Ito yung mga term or terms. Counting numbers, nag-i-start kay 1. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay, so dito tayo kay multiply the counting numbers by itself. So, dito sa first term, 1. So, 1 times 1, ang sagot ay 1. Sa second term, 2. So, 2 times 2, 4. Sa third term, 3. 3 times 3, 9. Sa fourth term, 4 times 4, 16. So, squaring numbers means multiplying the number by itself. The nth term rule is n squared. The next two terms are 25 and 36 kasi yung counting number pagkatapos ng term na ito, bilangin natin. First term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. So, si fifth term, 5. Fifth means 5. So, 5 multiply by itself, 5 times 5 equals 25. After ni fifth term, pang sixth term na. So, ang counting number ni sixth term ay 6. So, multiply by itself, 6 times 6 equals 36. So, ang next two terms, pagkatapos ni 16 ay 25 and 36. Next example. So, we have here a fraction. 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, and so on. The numerator in this sequence is constant. So, alin ba ang numerator natin sa fractions natin? Correct. Ang numerator ay yung nasa upper part, which is 1. Sabi niya, ang numerator daw in this sequence is constant. Sa definition of terms natin, napag-usapan natin si constant. When we say constant, hindi yan nababago or hindi yan nagbabago. The denominator is obtained by adding 1 after the other. So, kopyahin natin si numerator na 1. And then, para sa denominator, it is obtained by adding 1 after the other. So, 1 over 1 plus 1 equals 1/2. Para makuha natin yung kasunod, 1 and then 1 plus 2 equals 1/3. Next, para makuha natin yung 1/4, 1 over 1 plus 3 equals 1/4. So, baka nagtataka kayo, saan natin nakukuha itong 1, 2, 3? So, yan yung mga counting numbers natin. Ito yon. First, 1. Second term, second means 2. Third term, third means 3. 3. So, the nth term rule is 1 over 1 plus n. Tandaan natin, itong n, ito yung mga counting numbers natin. Si n ay variable. Kapag ka-variable, ito ay nagbabago ng value. So, the next two terms are 1/5 and 1/6. Paano silang naging 1/5 and 1/6? So, natapos tayo kay 1/4. Kunin ngayon natin yung pang fourth term. So, fourth term, fourth means 4. So, 1 over 1 plus 4 equals 1/5. So, si 1/5, pang fourth term siya. So, kukunin ngayon natin yung pang fifth term. Fifth means 5. So, 1 over 1 plus 5 equals 1/6. So, ang kasunod ng sequence na to, ang after ni 1/4 ay 1/5, after ni 1/5 ay 1/6. Let's have our next example of sequence. We have letter D, 2, 5, 8, 11, and so on. So for this sequence, let us use working backwards. You will notice a pattern that subtracts 3 to get the next term on the left. Okay, so ang naging strategy dito sa sequence na to, nagsasubtract ng 3 to get the next term on the left. So, working backwards siya. 11 minus 3 equals 8. 8 minus 3 equals 5. 5 minus 3 equals 2. Ayan siya. So, you will get each term having a common difference of 3. We have 11 minus 8 equals 3. Ito yun. Next, 8 minus 5 equals 3. And then 5 minus 2 equals 3. Kanina, ang ginamit nating strategy sa ating given sequence ay working backwards. So, ngayon naman gagamit tayo ng guess and check strategy para malaman natin kung anong nth term rule ang gagamitin natin sa ating given sequence. So, we have 3 times n plus 1. So, 3 times 1 plus 1 is equals to 4, which is wrong kasi 2 ang first term natin. So, ibig sabihin, mali yung 3 times n plus 1 na nth rule para sa ating given sequence. Let's try another one. So, try another one with lower result kasi yung result kanina ay 4. So, we have 3 times n minus 2. So, 3 times, para sa n, substitute natin ng 1. So, lagi lang natin tatandaan, yung n, ang sinasubstitute natin dito ay yung counting numbers. Yung first term para kay 2, second term para kay 5th, and so on. So, dito muna tayo kay 2, which is first term. First means 1. So, 3 times 1 minus 2 equals 1. So, mali ulit kasi dapat 2 ang ating makukuha. So, this rule is lower than the first term. Mas mababa siya. Let's try another one. Okay, so, try another one. Ang gamitin natin ay 3 times n minus 1. So, let's substitute. 3 times 1. Ang equivalent ni n ay 1 para kay 2 kasi ito ay first term. First means 1. So, 3 times 1 minus 1 is equals to 2. So, magkaparehas sila. So, this rule is exact for the first term, which is 2. So, let us try other remaining terms. 3 times n minus 1. So, 3 times, yung equivalent ni n, ay 2. Kasi dito na tayo kay second term. So, 3 times 2 minus 1 is equals to 5. Next, 3 times 3, nasa third term na tayo, kaya 3 times 3 minus 1 is equals to 8. So, this rule is exact for the other 3. Next, 3 times 4, nasa fourth term na tayo, kaya 4, 3 times 4 minus 1 is equals 11. So, 11 yung next term natin. So, the nth term rule is 3 times n minus 1. So, the next two terms are 14 and 17. So, tignan natin, check natin. First, second term, third, fourth term. So, hanapin natin yung pang fifth term. Fifth means 5. So, 3 times 5 minus 1 is equals to 14. So, 14 yung next term after 11. So, kunin natin yung next term after 14. So, si 14 is pang 5th term. So, hanapin natin yung pang 6th term. So, substitute ngayon natin si n ng 6. So, we have 3 times 6 minus 1 is equals 17. So, ang sequence natin ngayon ay 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, and so on. For our example number 2, for each sequence, look for a pattern and then write the next 3 terms. Let's have our activity. Get a piece of paper and try to answer the 3 given sequences. What you are going to do is to find the next 3 terms for each sequence. So I will give you 30 seconds to answer or to do this activity. Timer starts now. Time's up. So let us check your answers. So for number 1, our answer is, tama bang sagot nyo? Great. For the second sequence, we have 5E, 6F, and 7G. And for the third one, we have A plus 3B, A plus 4B, and A plus 5B. Sino ang nakakuha ng perfect score? Good job! Let's have our example number 3. Formulate the rule in finding the nth term for each sequence. Use counting numbers to easily find the rule. So, tinuro ko na sa inyo kung ano yung counting numbers. Counting numbers, these are the set of numbers, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Ito ay without 0. Let's have our first example. 2, 3, 4, 5. So, ano yung next terms? So, let n represent a counting number. The nth rule for this sequence is n plus 1. So, lagi lang tatandaan na yung n, ito yung counting number. And then, si 1, ito ay constant. So, for the first term, ito yun, first term. We have yung constant natin, ito yung constant natin, 1. And then, yung first term natin, 1. So, 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. For second term, ito yun, first, second. Second term natin, second means 2. 2 plus yung constant na 1 equals 3. So, tama, 3. Dito na tayo sa third term. Third means 3. 3 plus yung constant na 1. 3 plus 1 is equals to 4. Tama. Next, fourth term. Ito yung ating fourth term. So, 4 plus yung constant na 1 is equals to 5. For our second example, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. So, let n represent a counting number. The nth rule for this sequence is 2 times n or 2n. For our first term, 2 times 1. So, ito yung ating constant, si 2. Si 1, ito yung ating equivalent ni n. Or, ito yung first term. So, 2 times 1 is equals to 2. Para sa ating second term, let's have our constant number, which is 2. So, 2 times equivalent ni n, 2. kasi nandito tayo sa second term. So, 2 times 2 is equals 4. Correct? Next, let's have our third term para makuha natin si 6. Yung constant natin na 2 multiplied by yung equivalent ni n. Third term means 3. So, 2 times 3 is equals to 6. Ito yon. And then, yung fourth term, we have yung constant natin na 2 multiplied by n. N is equivalent to 4 kasi fourth term. So, first term, second term, third term, fourth term. So, 2 times 4 is equals 8. Let's have our word problem. Noah saves twice as much as he saved the day before. If he starts saving 2 pesos on April 1, how much will he save on April 5? How much money will he save in all after April 5? What rule can be used to find the amount he can save on a specific day if he will continue saving in the future? First, let us understand. So we need to understand the word problem. What is asked? Yes, the amount of money that Noah can save on April 5 and the total amount of money that Noah can save after April 5. Formulate a rule in finding the nth term. Letter B, what are the given facts? Correct. He starts saving 2 pesos from April 1. Noah saves twice as much as he saved the day before. Next is plan. What strategy shall we use to solve the problem? Let us use a table. So, we have column 1 and column 2 sa ating table. Ayusin natin yung ating given. So, first column is day in April and then yung sumunod ay amount in peso. So, dun sa word problem natin, ang sabi niya April 1 hanggang April 5. So, we have day 1 or April 1, April 2, April 3, April 4, and April 5. So, yung last row, yun yung total savings for 5 days. Sa amount in peso naman, yung ipon niya nung April 1 ay 2 pesos. And then, para makuha natin yung ipon niya sa succeeding days, ang sabi niya dun sa word problem, yung first day ng ipon niya ay 2 piso, then yung mga sumunod na days is twice ng savings niya the day before. Okay, so kunin natin yung ipon niya ng April 2. 2 times 2 equals 4. So, saan natin nakuha itong 2 times 2? Yung unang 2, ito yung twice or 2. And then, multiply by 2. Yung second 2, ito yung ipon niya the day before. Kaya, ang sagot ay 4. For April 3, we have 2 times 4. 2, ito yon twice. And then, yung ipon niya the day before, which is 4. Kaya, 2 times 4 equals 8. Next, April 4, 2 times ipon niya the day before, which is 8, equals 16. And sa April 5, we have 2 times 16. 16, ito yung ipon niya the day before, equals 32. Okay, so yung total savings niya for 5 days, i-add mo lang yung ipon niya mula April 1 hanggang April 5. Ito yon 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 plus 32 equals 60. So, yung number sequence natin sa ating word problem ay 2, ito yon 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, and so on.
Our nth rule is 2 to the power of n.
In finding the nth term of a sequence, we can look for a pattern, guess and check, or work backwards. The four basic operations, which is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, are commonly used in a sequence of numbers. Next, so to obtain our objective number 2, let us discuss about differentiating equation from expression. So we have here an algebraic expression is a mathematical phrase that uses variables, numerals, and operation symbols. A variable is any letter or symbol that represents a number. Halimbawa, A, B, C, D, etc. Or dun sa previous slides natin, yung sa paghanap natin ng nth term rule, yung letter n doon, yun ay variable. It represents a number. Next, a constant has a fixed value that does not change. So let's have our examples. Number 1, n plus 2. And then 2a plus 6. And number 3, we have here open and close parentheses, p times 3 minus 11. So these 3 are examples of expression. Next, a numerical equation is an equation with numbers and related variables. An algebraic equation is a mathematical sentence with an equal sign, which shows that two expressions on either side are equal. So, ang palatandaan lang kay equation ay meron siyang equal sign, which shows that the two expressions on either sides are equal. Let's have our examples of equation. Number 1, we have 3n plus 7 equals 34. So, meron siyang equals kasi equation siya. Number 2, 5, open and close parenthesis, a plus 28 equals 150. And for number 3, we have 12y minus 3 equals 15. So again, ang pinagkaiba ni expression kay equation, si expression wala siyang equal sign. Si equation, meron siyang equal sign. I want you to answer this activity. Get a piece of paper and try to identify the 4 given items. Identify whether each given item is an equation or expression. So, I will give you 10 seconds to answer this activity. Timer starts now. Time's up. So, let us check your answers. For number 1, it is equation. Kasi meron siyang equal sign. For number 2, of course, wala siyang equal sign. Ito ay expression. And for number 3, wala siyang equal sign. Ito ay expression. And sa last given, ito ay may equal sign. So, ito ay equation.
There you have it, kids. I know that you've learned a lot on today's episode. A friendly reminder, kids, don't forget to answer your activities for this week's lesson that can be found in your module. If you have some queries or questions, don't hesitate to chat Teacher Jacq on my Messenger account or on our Messenger group chat. Kita-kita tayong muli mga bata sa susunod na episode ng MATHtuto with Teacher Jacq.
Thank you so much for watching and listening on this video. Kung hindi ka pa nakasubscribe sa aking YouTube channel, i-click lang ang subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell para lagi kang updated sa mga bagong video lessons ko. Maraming salamat! God bless! Bye-bye!